Juicy lamb chops cooked until the fat is crisp is one of life's simplest pleasures. Now enjoy these juicy Greek-style lamb chops made in an air fryer in under 10 minutes. It is served with a delicious Clover Authentikos Tzatziki. This meal will transport you to the Greek islands. Nostimo!
Look at you, Pali.
Friend, I think today's menu is exactly what I need. Welcome to the loft, Jay.
Thanks, friend. And listen, I'm so excited because who doesn't love a lamb choppy?
I'm
On the braai, crispy, succulent. But hey, you can get the same results in an air fryer.
That is crazy to me. In 10 minutes, we're able to achieve this meal.
It's so easy. So we're going to start on marinating our lamb chops. So we've just got some seasoning, salt and pepper. And then we've got some dried oregano. That's taking us to the Mediterranean, as you spoke about earlier, Pali. And then I'm going to give just a little cheeky squeeze of lemon.
Just for that added freshness, that zing.
Add that zing, that freshness, and it lends itself more to a Mediterranean sort of style of cooking, which I think is great. And then just a little bit of oil, because remember, we're doing this in the air fryer. So the air fryer does all the work, but just a little bit of oil just helps with the caramelization, especially on, you know, lamb chops, because they have a lot of fat. So
yeah, and friend, we did speak about that golden crispiness that comes from that fat. I mean, we know fat brings in flavor, fat brings in the succulence and that moisture, and that's exactly what we're celebrating.
That's exactly what we're celebrating, you know, especially when you're working with such beautiful produce like these beautiful lamb chops. You really want to take care to render that fat out. And you can use that in so many other ways. Toss it over your potatoes, that sort of thing. So we've marinated these, Pali. Ideally, you'd like to put these into the fridge for about half an hour to an hour, even overnight if possible. But we're just going to head straight over to the air fryer. So this one is pretty cool because it sort of indicates what sort of temperature and time for different items like meats, you know, potato chips. So for the lamb chops, we're going to put ours on 180, which we've preheated. So very important, preheat your air fryer because as soon as it goes in, it starts cooking already.
Lovely.
Right?
So much like an oven, you preheat an air fryer.
Exactly. So a lot of air fryers, it obviously depends on what, you know, air fryer you have. A lot of them have a preheat function. So we're putting our lamb chops into our basket over here.
Now, friend, when it comes to packing an air fryer, I've got an air fryer at home, but I haven't really used it much. It's really intimidating. So how do we make sure that we pack it correctly? I mean, you just put 3 in there.
Yes, so that's the idea, Pali. Cook it in batches. So if you're cooking for a big family, do them in batches of 3 or 4. You can see that, you know, it's nicely spaced out. The air can circulate nicely. And then we're going to put this in for about 7 minutes.
Perfect. And on my side, I'm continuing with that Greek magic by adding some Clover Authentikos to that tzatziki that we promised. So, friend, how much should we, how much Authentikos should we put in here?
Let's go for about a cup. Let's start off with a cup. I think, you know, you don't want to, you know, make it too watered down. You want to really have it nice and thick and creamy.
Yeah.
So go for a cup, and then you can add some of the other ingredients that you have in.
As we go. Now, for those who don't know, Clover Authentikos is the only authentic Greek-style yogurt in South Africa. It's available in coconut flavor as well as apple and cinnamon, perfect for that in-between snacking moment. So today, we just went with our plain flavor, our plain double cream yogurt. Boom, it's already in the bowl. And then, in front of me, you know, a tzatziki is not a tzatziki without some cucumber. So the cucumber goes in there.
And we've drained the moisture out of the cucumber, Pali. You'll see that it doesn't have a lot of moisture content, and that's very important when making a tzatziki.
Lovely. And then we also have the rest of the ingredients here. Friend, you've given me some garlic, which I'm also going to cut up.
Do you want me to chop that up for you?
Yes, teamwork makes the dream work.
There we go.
Thanks, friendo. And then we've got some lemon. I'm going to put a nice... Just replicating the flavor of that lemon that you already have.
I love the zing that the lemon adds to the tzatziki.
Absolutely. We also went for some coarse salt.
Yeah, coarse salt also great because it sort of still holds its integrity when it doesn't sort of melt away. You still get those pops of salt bouncing on your palate, which is also great.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Oh, and you know, a good tzatziki has to have the optimum amount of mint. The mint also just adds a beautiful scent and aroma.
I love that. Perfectly balancing out, you know, and playing with the cucumber. I think it's a great option. You've got some dill in there. But I always say use whatever herbs that you have available in your fridge. I always have extra coriander, extra parsley. Put that in and it will play together quite nicely. And I've got your garlic, which I've kept a bit
Chunky.
A bit chunky, just because that's the way I like it.
I also like it. I like good chunky garlic as well. And then you just mix it all in. Now, friend, it's just as easy as that to transport your palates to Greece.
And our lamb chops are almost done, so I can't wait to try it.
Now go for Greek-style lamb chops with authentic Greek-style yogurt in South Africa. So go on and grab your Clover Authentikos to try this delectable recipe at home. Can't wait to start eating. See you shortly.
Made with love by Clover.